Good afternoon. It's April, April the 1st, and I'm starting here in the Hotel Saskatchewan. This is the lounge. Currently, I think there's somebody around the corner, but I'm basically the only person here. Heading home from here, I'm going to go down by the hotel, I think, today. So, yeah, I don't usually show this, but there you go. All right, off we go. I've been writing, of course. That's what I've been doing down here. And yeah, that's it. Nothing too exciting. Publishing stuff today. If you're looking for something interesting, you might like to look at my YouTube channel from Sunday, which was the Wascana Voices concert that I sang in, and I got live streamed on my channel because we couldn't make it work on the Wascana Voices channel per se. So I actually live streamed it on mine, which was kind of fun. And now you can watch it there if you want. I went back and edited it and then uploaded it again with titles and that sort of thing. But if you like choral music, we're an awfully good choir, if I do say so myself. So check it out. The highlight was Requiem by Eleanor Daly. We're going to go by the SAS Power building here. By these pillars that are made to look like bones because, you know, fossil fuels, even though, of course, there was this idea for a while that oil came from dinosaurs, which it never did, but still, that's kind of where the bones here come from. We'll go down Hamilton Street today because I want to go down by the lake. I haven't been down there for a while. There's the Edward Tower over there, the coffee shop, Rude Awakening, that I often, well, not that often, I haven't been there for a long time. Sometimes ride in. When the weather gets better, I'll probably be there some more. I gotta get this thing kind of centered on the gimbal here. Wondering why it's moving around so much. Over here is Hamilton Street. We'll turn down that and go south toward the lake. I didn't walk yesterday because I went to the gym instead, and once I've been to the gym, I don't much feel like walking. And I had a bunch of stuff to do too, so. Again, once the weather gets nicer, I'll probably sometimes live stream my little walk over to the gym, but it hasn't really been conducive to walking wearing nothing but shorts and sweatpants. It's been a little too chilly for that. I usually walk down this side. I think I'll walk down the other side. Just to be different. I could go all the way to Rose, I guess. I don't walk down there very often. Why don't I go over to Rose? I don't walk along Rose Street very often. This is Golf's here, very well-known steakhouse. This is their back side. Crave is in this building. Used to be the Assiniboia Club. Again, nothing is all that attractive from this side. But you know, I'm kind of exploring new routes here, so going down the alleys, the byways. That used to be the bus depot. Then they built a brand new fancy bus depot, and then they quit having buses. So I guess we can go this way. This thing to my right used to be where you came to get packages that were delivered by the bus. I mean, there are still buses, but it's a private company now, Ryder Express, not Saskatchewan Transportation Company or Corporation, which was a Crown Corporation. I don't know what's in this building now. Clearly something is, or these vehicles wouldn't be here. Or else it's just a parking lot. I don't know. It looks very empty, so maybe it's just a parking lot. The gardens there. That's a fairly new condo building. Fix Coffee. I've written in there a few times, but not for a while. I don't know. I've gotten out of the habit of coming down for writing first thing in the morning. But maybe once I maybe again as we get into the spring and summer and I'm more focused on writing and editing, I'm trying to gradually slow down the publishing so I can spend more time on writing. And what I was doing today was pretty much all working on my new novel, The Fifth Magic, which I have a publisher interested in. No deal. I have to finish the thing first, so that's what I'm working on. And about 150 pages in, it'll probably be 450 pages, so maybe a third of the way in. I don't know for sure yet. I haven't written enough to be sure how long it's going to be, but that's my guess right now. This is 13th. Once we get to the park, I'll go down by the lake just to see what it's looking like. I'm only wearing runners though. And as you can see, it snowed. That's why my little joke. Warm sunny day with spring flowers. Aha, April Fools. This is what April the 1st looks like this year here. Little fresh snow this morning, so spring still seems a long way away. But it is supposed to go up to plus 7, 8, 9, I think starting this weekend. Now I won't be here this weekend, so I'm going to be in Ontario. So there may not be any walking for a while, or if there is, it'll at least be in a different place. I might do a walk. I'm going to be in Ottawa, so I might do a walk up around Parliament Hill, but on the other hand, I'm going to be there on Saturday, and I don't want to get caught up in any pro-terrorist, pro-Hamas demonstrations, which seem to plague the capital on a regular basis. So we'll see how that goes. Well, it's under construction or deconstruction. I can't quite tell. Kind of think they're renovating it or something, but it certainly has a unfinished look at the moment. Yeah, it looks like a new foundation, so they must be rebuilding it. Oh yeah, there's another coffee shop over there. Abstractions, which a version of it is in my Shards of Excalibur series. It's not called that in the Shards of Excalibur series, but it's the place I was thinking of. Nice older building here. I think I'll go this way because the sidewalk is clearer. Again, I'm not wearing boots. Yeah, it's a nice older building, apartment building there. I've never been in the apartments, but I like the looks of the outside of it. Coming up on Central Park over there on the left, our version thereof. Not quite the New York version. Not even close to the New York version. This is a good place to cross too because it's a two-way stop. So traffic controlled in both directions, you're less likely to get run over. Not impossible, but less likely. So here's Central Park. If I go down this side of it, there's a crosswalk which will take me over by the college building and then into the park down by the lake. Central Park. The gazebo at the middle. Of course, our condo building that we bought a condo in when we first got married is on the next block. So this is kind of my neighborhood too. Was my only neighborhood for several years, and then we moved over into the old house that used to belong to my wife's grandparents We've been there now for, maybe not quite 20 years, but it's getting close. 18 anyway. I think Alice was 5 when we moved over there. But we still own the condo up here, so sometimes I'm in this building when I come out and start walking. Or I walk through this building. There's a building. Mary Bonnie Baker here is well commemorated in the park. She was in the A League of Their Own, the Women's Professional Baseball League. And of course, I published a book through Shadowpaw Press by Gail M. Smith called Thickwood. And the main character in that book played in the All-American Women's Professional Baseball League, or girls, whatever they called it. So she researched it quite thoroughly. It's an excellent book, and I do recommend it. It's called Thickwood, Gail M. Smith. Look it up. Buy 20 copies. Or 100. Why stop at 20? Buy 100 copies. And here's the condo complex that I was speaking of. Ours was the second building built. This is the third building built here. And what was originally in this block was Central Collegiate, the oldest high school in Regina. It was being torn down about the time I got here in the late 80s. Big apartment building on that side. The one facing college is called College Gardens. Ours is called College Court. This one is called College Park. Did know somebody that lived in here, so I've been in here a couple of times. I don't think I've been in College Gardens since we were looking, just trying to decide if we wanted to buy in College Court. Oddly enough, when we were looking, about 96, which was when this was brand new, one of the people living there, and I think it was her apartment we were in, even maybe, I'm not sure. Anyway, it was my old junior high librarian of all people. I created a comic book report, massive thing. Basically summarizing a book about the history of the Indianapolis 500, which took it up to about 1968 or something, because, I'm old. And then she was so taken with it that she asked if she could keep it. And I let her keep it. And now, of course, I dearly wish I had it. I don't know whatever happened to it. I'm sure she got rid of it at some point. But I wish I hadn't let her have it. I wish I'd kept it so I could look at it now and see what 10-year-old me, or I guess I've been 12-year-old me, what his graphic novel skills were. I'm sure it would have been hilarious to still have, but what can you do? Soundstage is over there in CBC. Over here is the college building, which we're going to walk by now. The original home of Regina College, which became University of Saskatchewan Regina campus, and then eventually part of the University of Regina. There's College Gardens over there. This building I know well. A lot of it is still the original old building, but they refurbished it recently. So you see there's now an elevator in this extension down here. Yes, it's goose season. I had to dodge them driving back from rehearsal the other day. And the Conservatory of Performing Arts is in here. Oh, my daughter's first dance lessons were in here. And I performed in here in the recital hall. And yeah, I know it well. And then, of course, next to it is Dark Hall, where I performed even more often, including last year. About this time, we were starting rehearsals, or well into rehearsals, I don't remember, for Beauty and the Beast. I was playing Maurice, Bill's father. And we performed at Dark Hall up here. This year they're doing Sister Act, and while there were parts I could have auditioned for some reason they changed the timing of it. It's always tended to be after the long weekend in May. And this year it's the first weekend in May, and that meant I couldn't do it because I'll be up at Sask Expo, our Comic Con style convention up there, selling books. And, you know, the choice of making money or not making money, so I went with making money. I could go through the building here, but I think I'll go around the end today. Oh no, maybe I'll go through. Why not go through? Save a few steps. Give you a quick look inside. I've done this before. Yeah, so this is the college building. You can see this is all brand new, but it kept the facade of the old building. And then, hello. And there's 2 rooms in here with our family name on it. So my wife's mother has a room named after her up there. And Margaret Ann and I have a room named, I guess it's up that way, because of our donations. Now we're on the back side of it. There's the sound stage and CBC over there. Again, Dark Hall over this way. We'll go this way now. The stage door end of Dark Hall here. This is an all-new wing here. They kept the facade out front, but the old wing was too far gone, so it got torn down, even though about 2/3 of the building remains, but this wing was torn down. I used to come up here for, well, briefly for voice when that old wing was still there, but now it's gone. Yeah, so over on that corner is the dance studio, which is has my mother-in-law, Dr. Alice Goodfellow's name on it. See how long that lasts. Universities tend to rename things when they need more money. Well, they've had that named after them long enough. Let's name it after somebody else if they'll give us more money. But for now, at least as far as I know, haven't been up there for a while. We have family names on those rooms. My wife's grandmother performed in Dark Hall. She was one of the early members of the Regina Musical Club and known as a vocalist herself. Gave recitals there. My mother-in-law performed there as a child, piano playing, recitals. My wife performed there with Regina Musical Theater, and our daughter performed there. Of course, I performed there too. And our daughter performed there. So that's 5 generations. 4 anyway. 4 generations of our family performed in Dark Hall. So, I mean, I even performed in it before I was part of that side of the family. Back in 1982, I was doing a show. Crocus 80 Theater was the amateur theater company in Weyburn that I was a founding member of, and the Provincial Drama Festival was here at Dark Hall, and I was in a show called Duet for 2 Hands. Written by Walter Mills, Haley Mills' father. I played a drunken Scottish surgeon. But I did not do an accent, although I would try it if I were doing it now. Not that accent, though. I'd have to work at it. However, yeah, it was a gothic thing about a surgeon who had sewed the hands of a convicted murderer onto the wrists of a classical pianist who had lost his own hands, and the hands kind of took him over, made him evil. It was a lot of fun. The character I played, the doctor, drank something called whipcol, malted milk and rum. Blech. For which we use chocolate milk. So I drank a ton of chocolate milk every performance. I don't know how much it was. Several glasses of it over the course of the performance. And the adjudicator gave me a backhanded compliment. Said my timing was more comic. They should find a comedy for me. He also noted that either one person there goes a squirrel. Either everybody should do a Scottish accent or nobody should do a Scottish accent. Well, the reason he said that was that one member of the cast actually was Scottish. She wasn't really doing an accent. That was just the way she talked. And the rest of us didn't try to put on an accent. There's a playground my daughter used to play at quite a bit, although it's mostly new equipment, although the shelter there is the same. So that was kind of funny. Nobody was doing an accent. We were just using our normal voices. I've done many an accent since then. Didn't do any of that. Okay, be careful going down this hill. I don't know how slippery it is. There's the lake, still frozen. It'll probably open up in the next couple of weeks if the temperatures do what they say they're going to. But for now, still frozen. Okay, made it down without killing myself, so that's good. There's the legislative building over there. It really has been quite a while since I've come down this way. I used to walk around the lake every Friday. I got out of the habit and I haven't managed to restart it yet. Just been feeling so swamped, and I resent the time. If I'm also going to the gym for an hour and I walk around the lake, that's 2 hours gone out of the day, and it's just too much. Which is why you may have noticed, I haven't been quite as religious, or anywhere near as religious, about walking in Regina. There's the gazebo. I've performed there as well, as I used to be. But I keep saying maybe when all the ice and snow is gone, and maybe my time frees up a bit because I'm slowing down on the publishing side of things, maybe I'll feel like I can do it more. Slowing down. I have 7 books coming out yet this year. So I don't know if that counts as slowing down or not. 2 of them are mine, which is nice. Fireboy is my new young adult middle grade fantasy novel. It comes out in June. Which you can if you happen to be on NetGalley and review books there. Or if you want to sign up to review books on NetGalley. You can find it on NetGalley right now for early reviews. It's had some really good early blurbs, so it seems to be a good book. I mean, obviously, I think it's a good book, but you never know what other people are going to think. It's already available for pre-order on Amazon and elsewhere. Should you like to check it out? Fireboy, all one word, by Edward Willett. What else have I got coming up? Gods of a New World. That's a new one by Ryan Nelson, who's an Ontario author. Science fiction. A couple of reprints. The Night Girl by James Bow and Waiting for the Piano Tuner to Die. The former is a modern day urban fantasy set in Toronto, and the latter is a collection of probably better to go this way. Literary short fiction by Harriet Richards, whose novel The Lavender Child I reprinted just before Christmas. So those are both reprints. And then this fall, besides Magebane, which is my epic fantasy, written as with a cyberpunk twinge, steampunk I should say, not cyberpunk, steampunk tinged epic fantasy, written under my pseudonym Lee Arthur Chain. It comes out in October, I think. I keep moving the dates around so I can never remember. And then Then there's a poetry book, First Light, Last Night, by Glenn Sorstad, former poet laureate of Saskatchewan, member of the Order of Canada. His first collection in 6 years. I'm excited to have that. And another literary short fiction collection, Elephants in the Room by Betty Jane Higarat, an Alberta author. So that's my Falk list. And now, at the moment, I only have one book confirmed for next year so far. It's a big one, but I can't really say anything about it yet. So I won't. But I'm looking forward to that. I don't know that I want to try making my way through that, so I'll carry on around this way. Reversing course a little, but the path is clearer. But next year, no more than 6. No more than 6 books is my current plan for Shadowpaw Press. Probably at least one will be mine, possibly 2. Well, if I do 2, I should do 8 books, because for various reasons, I need to ensure that only 25% at most of the books I publish are by me, or, well, by me. I'm the only person with any sort of financial stake in the company. So yeah, next year's a bit up in the air. Some days I think I'll just quit, but probably won't. Here we are on Albert Street. There's the sinkhole still there. Canadian flags flying on Albert Street. That varies depending on what's going on. Unfortunately, this had just changed before I got here, so we'll probably have to wait quite a while. And there's no walk. Oh, nope, not changing yet. Can be a long wait at this corner. Watch the cars go by, just like me. Still green. Too busy to try to jaywalk, too, unfortunately. I know I already pressed it, but I'll press it again, just to be sure it knows I'm here. It's the worst possible timing. I saw the cars starting up after I got to the corner, so I knew it'd be a long wait. But there we go. There's a look down Albert Street Bridge. Probably no walking tomorrow. I don't know for sure, but I think it's unlikely. We'll see. If it is, it'll be very short. And then I'm off to Ontario. And I don't know what I'll do when I'm there. So, not sure what you'll find on this channel for the next few days, but eventually I'll be back. Harrington Muse, where Wally Knight lives in my Shards of Excalibur series. Down at the end there. Fictional house in a real location, as I usually say. Oh, hello, Kim. It's currently blocked off because of the sinkhole on the other side. That sinkhole's now been there for 2 years. I don't know when or if it'll ever get back into service. There's been no indication they're planning to fill in that sinkhole. They actually lined it with concrete. It looks like a semi-permanent thing now, still surrounded by fences and pumps. So I don't know what the long-term plan is for that. But yeah, you can't use that underpass anymore. Okie Angus Boulevard, up across through the alley and home. It's like an open sign in the window, but I'm sure that's not what it is. I don't know if you can see it. Some sort of glowing purple lights, pinky purple. There's Angus Boulevard. There's also Angus Crescent and an Angus Street. So Angus, he got his name everywhere. I think it's all the same Angus too. Former city councilor, if I remember right. Seems unlikely they would name two things after different Anguses. They would have given it a different name, like Charlie Angus or whatever his other name was. I don't know how he rated three things. Most people don't. My grandfather-in-law, whom I mentioned, Sam Goodfellow, actually has a street somewhere named after him too. But I may have driven down it once, but it's nowhere nearby. So we're going to go to it. It would be a special trip. I should. Be an excuse to walk somewhere different. All right, this is Leopold Crescent. We'll go through the alley here to Angus Crescent. A lot of sirens over there for some reason. Davin School dead ahead. Our daughter went to elementary school. They call it the Crescent School now, but I will continue to call it Davin. So take that, you historical revisionists. Terrors down of statues. Politely up yours, as they would say. The time at which it was named Davin School. Still looks very wintry. Won't be too much longer. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe in 3 weeks, all the snow will be gone. Hopefully by May. I suppose I should take my Christmas lights off the house, though. April 1st would seem to be kind of a time to at least unplug them so they don't go on every night. Maybe I should at least do that and then take them down. But they are white, so in a way they're just not necessarily Christmassy. They're just white lights. Although I suppose the two fake Christmas trees on the front step don't look like spring no matter how you look at it. Almost home. Time is it? 20 to 4. Do some editing when I get in, maybe. Whew. Tomorrow I'm going to the gym at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I got some errands to run. So, I guess I might walk tomorrow. I think I have to go out to Harbor Landing, so. Well, on the other hand, I will have been at the gym, so probably unlikely I will walk after that. Oh, I've almost slipped twice. Haven't fallen since my bad fall 2 months ago when I bruised my ribs really badly. Well, I'll stop here. So, thanks for walking with me, and happy April Fools!